We're watching this key vote in the House right now. We were just watching it right before the break. Brendan Buck is back. We had him pull over and come back and talk to us. He's a former advisor to Speakers Paul Ryan and John Boehner. So what people can see right now, they can't, 4 votes is a fail. So they can't have 4 no votes, correct?
So with
what's happening right now?
With the total number of members that are in the House right now, it's 220 Republicans, 212 Democrats. That means that if 4 Republicans vote with Democrats and vote no, it's a tie. At 216, that fails. So right now you have 4 Republicans who are voting no. That is enough to stop this bill, assuming everybody who was there earlier votes. Now, I think this is going to pass still. Well, let me be very clear. There are times when you are the speaker and you decide you're going to go to the floor and you don't have the votes and you just go.
And this is a Mike Johnson tactic, too.
Well, we used it. Every speaker I worked for, there have been moments where you're close. You're really close to the number of votes you need, but you're not quite there, and you decide we're just going to do it. Because there is an incredible amount of pressure and intensity in a vote like this on the floor. And those members who are voting no are all going to be visited by their colleagues. And they all know that Mike Johnson's pretty serious at this point, because Mike Johnson has done this before, when it was funding the government earlier this year, when it was the vote just for him to get speaker again. Both those times, he went to the floor without the votes, and they flipped people on the floor and got there. I think that's the same strategy they're doing here. They are so close that they're not making the progress they need just by talking to people. So now they're ramping up the pressure and going to do it on the floor. We saw earlier that Mike Johnson is willing to keep the floor votes open for as long as it takes. Just, I guess, broke the record earlier. So I think he'll keep this vote open as long as it takes for the handful of folks who are currently voting no, or at least one of them, to flip their vote and probably use the peer pressure of their colleagues. Probably call them into the cloakroom and have the president give them a call. I don't think you're going to get Thomas Massie, but there's a handful of others who are voting no. The fact that a lot of the Freedom Caucus members have already flipped and are voting for it kind of tells you where this is heading. I think they all know this is going to pass. It's just a matter of what can they get for it, what kind of promises can they get.
Well, what kind of promises they can get is a key question here. You may be optimistic. We will see, but you do know a fair number of things.